The Humane Society of Sedona is located on Shelby Drive in Sedona. Open daily from 10 to 4, they offer adoptable dogs, cats, and rabbits too. This Humane Society will host up to 1,000 animals a year. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Humane Society of Sedona online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Well, this is one of our newer arrivals. She came to us on 9/21 as a stray, and her name is JD, and she is a 3-year-old Staffordshire Terrier mix. She is gorgeous. She has one blue eye and one brown eye, if you can see it. She's a very, very pretty girl. And when she first came in, she was extremely timid, very, very shy, and didn't want anybody to approach her. So we're not sure what her story was, but she has come out of her shell now, and she goes on walks with us, and she's a very easy walk to walk. She can be walked just on a leash. She's not a big puller. She probably needs to be an only child because she doesn't seem to like other dogs, and I'm not sure she'd be good with cats either. Older children would be fine. She's probably best in a very quiet home, maybe with a single person or an older couple that would like to just love on her, because she does like her treats and she likes to be petted now, but she just is not really a play dog, you know, a lot of exercise and play. She just really likes, as you can see, to sit and be petted and have your hands on her. So she would make a wonderful pet for someone who is looking for a young, beautiful girl to just love on a lot. This is our lovely little Kimmy. Kimmy is a 4-year-old min pin who was found running loose and brought into the shelter as a stray on December 31st. So she hasn't been with us very long. She is very, very sweet. She's very good with other dogs. She's been kenneled with 4 or 5 other dogs. She gets along with everybody. She is much of a people person. She'll go up to anybody. She loves to be held, loves to be loved on, loves to give kisses. Yes, you do. And she probably would be best in a mature household because I think a lot of children running around might be a little bit too much for her. But she would be great in a home where people want to love with her and sit with her and play with her. She'd be good with other dogs. She'd be good with cats, but probably not children, I don't think, because that would be a little bit scary for her. So we want her to go to a loving home with somebody that would just, her size, as you can see, is very tiny. Even though she's 4 years old, she's a little thing. But she just would love to go home and be loved and given a lot of attention. Well, this is one of our favorite girls. Her name is Griselle. You can see she's a shepherd. She's about 3 years old, and she came to us all the way back in April. She, we think, may have had an issue with men because she's initially scared of men. We have male walkers that walk her now, so when she gets to know you, she's fine. but many times her initial reaction is fear when it comes to men. And that's actually prevented her from getting adopted a couple of times. But I think if someone was willing to spend time with her, you know, she's a very affectionate, a loving dog. And she would be great in a home with children, I think, because she does like to run around and play. She's got a high energy level. She gets in our park and she's all over the place. She's been co-housed with a male dog, so she has shown that she does get along with certain dogs. You probably have to have an introduction. Cats could be a possibility as well. We'd have to probably test that out. And she'd be great with kids. She really would, I think. She'd love to be someone that you know, has a lot of playtime. She's easy to walk on a harness. She's very, very responsive. She knows how to give her paw. And she just really, I think, needs a loving, understanding home. Having been here for as long as she has, we're really hoping that somebody will come and give her a chance. This is Casper. He's one of the favorite dogs of the shelter. He's only actually been here a couple of weeks. He's a 3-year-old Staffordshire Terrier and was brought in by the sheriff as a stray. With all the scars that he's got on his body, we're suspicious he may have been a bait dog in a pit bull ring, or he was with a bunch of dogs and beat up on him. But he shows no aggression towards dogs. Probably would even be good with cats because he's just a love bug. He just, as you can see, loves to be held and petted, and he's good to walk. He loves to go out of his kennel. He gets all excited when we go in to walk him. He has a hard time standing still because he's very energetic, but that's his age, I think, and whatever he's been through. But he would just be a lovely dog for a family. He'd be good with kids, I think, because he is just so loving and is very responsive. When anybody walks past his kennel, he wants to get petted, so he'd be a great dog in a family's home. This is our Moxley. Moxley is a 1.5-year-old shepherd mix that came to us about a month ago. He was found on a hiking trail and brought to us by a person, and no one's come to claim him. He's as you can see, he's very energetic. He's very playful. He has a hard time standing still. Come here, honey. And could use some training, obviously, but he's a very friendly dog. He gets along with other dogs, and he loves people. He's a bit of a handful to walk because he does need to have some training with walking, but that's just his age and his personality. Come here, honey. He's a good runner. He loves to run around in our park. And come here, sit, 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 sit. Good sit, honey. Okay. He's had some training, you can see, but minimal, I would say. But he would be great with kids, running around. He is going to be high energy, so people are going to have to sign up for that. But he would be a really great family dog with some children, I think, who would like to run and play with him. And the other thing, which is very atypical of a shepherd, is he likes the kiddie pool. He likes water. So he jumps in the pool up in the park and rolls around. So you could take him to the creek or the lake, and he'd have a great time. is one of our newest residents here at the shelter. His name is Buster. He came to us on December 19th. He was surrendered. He was one of a litter of 5 puppies. 4 of them got adopted. He didn't, and he was kept in a garage by himself, so he didn't get a lot of socialization. And when he first came in, he was terrified and very shy, wouldn't even come out of his kennel. And he's 9 months old, and he's great with people, though. He loves people. He loves attention, as you can see, putting your hands on him, playing with him. He rolls over, loves his belly rubbed, and he's very affectionate. And would be, I think, easy to train, because it didn't take us very long at first when he wouldn't come out of his kennel. Then he would come in the courtyard. Now he goes on walks. He's just still a little bit timid with new people. And he would be great in a family with children, because he's playful and he's very sweet. He's lived with other dogs and cats, so he'd be fine with that. And he just, as a 9-month-old you would expect, needs some training. But he is a very affectionate, loving dog, and would make a great family pet, and we hope he gets a forever loving home. Well, this is our beautiful Bo. Bo is a 3-year-old English pointer who came to us on October 25th. He was surrendered by a family that gave him up because of his high energy and the fact that he kept getting out of their yard. So this dog is going to require about a 6-foot-high fence, because he can jump fences. And he's going to need to be exercised. So he's not a lap dog that's just going to be content to sit in the house. He wants, pointers like to have a job, so they would be running around and doing things. So he's going to need to have that kind of a situation. He'd probably be okay with kids. Dogs would need to be introduced, and probably cats as well. He is very affectionate once he gets to know you. And would probably need a family that wouldn't leave him alone for long periods of time, because, again, he's going to need to have some attention. So if he had a situation where the people were around a lot, that would be great for him. And he's an easy walk once you get him out on his harness. He loves to go for walks, and he doesn't pull a great deal, so that wouldn't be a problem. Although if he saw something he wanted to, he probably could get stronger, so it would have to be somebody that could handle a dog his size. But he's really very, very affectionate, and he's got gorgeous markings, so he would make a great, great family pet for the right situation.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Red Rose Inspiration for Animals is focused on saving abused, neglected, homeless animals. Dedicated to healing and rehabilitating canines who have suffered from emotional abuse, helping them become adoptable. The Sedona Arts and Crafts shows help promote talented artists and benefit animals in need. Support the vision of building a rehab center and animal sanctuary. 928-282-5278.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624, the Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
This is our Fergus. Fergus came to us on October 26th as a stray. He's a 3-year-old border collie mix. He's obviously got other stuff in him because he's larger than most border collies are. He's a high energy kind of a dog. He loves to run around and play. He would have to be introduced with other dogs. Some dogs he seems to be fine. We were walking him next to a dog yesterday and he was fine. But that would probably need an introduction. And if he was in a household with older children, just because of his high energy level and his size, that would probably be good. He settles down. He's a real attention seeker. He loves people. He loves playing with people. He loves to be petted, as you can see. And he would just be a beautiful, beautiful boy. But he would need some exercise because he is high energy. So he would have to go on some long walks and hikes. He'd be a great hiking dog. Or have a fenced-in yard, and the yard should probably have a pretty high fence because he is a big dog and he could potentially get over a lower fence, so that wouldn't be right. But he might not be good with cats, but that could be something we could introduce. And he would just be really, really, I think, sweet in a home, because I think he would settle down once he got out of the shelter here, because he really does like to please people. So we're hoping that he will get a nice home with a family or an adult situation where he would get a lot of attention and love, and he would return it in manifold. This is our dynamic duo. This is Shadow and this is Saka. They're both Labrador Retriever mixes. Shadow is 7 years old and Saka is 6 years old, and they came from the same home. It was a very sad story. The gentleman lost his home, kept them for as long as he could, and then had to surrender them. So they've been here since the end of November. They're the sweetest two dogs on the planet. They don't mess with any other dogs. They walk right past kennels and don't bother with any dogs. If you can believe it, they're both walked together by the same walker because they are lovely on a walk. They don't pull. They have lived with children. We had them up at our Kids and Critters camp, and they were the highlight of the camp. The two of them played with the kids, and the kids loved on them, and they were just in seventh heaven. So they would make a loving, loving pair for any home that really wants to give two adorable boys a second chance. They would be probably good even with cats because they don't show any prey instinct. And this guy could lose a few pounds, but he's in good health, and they are just loving and sweet, and and would be great in a family. They've never been on furniture, not allowed on furniture. They were kept outside a lot, but if they're left alone for long periods of time, they could get bored and dig, so they shouldn't be left out, you know, for hours on end. They would be great if they were just, they come to our dog park and they walk around for about a half an hour and they have a great time. But they would be great in a home with a family and just show a lot of love and attention, and we're hoping that they'll go home soon. Okay, this is our big boy Rocco. He is a 2-year-old Ridgeback mix that was brought to us in February as a stray, so we didn't have much information on him, but he's been with us, as I said, for a while, so we've come to know him. He definitely would not be good with cats. He does react when he sees a cat, and he also likes to chase lizards, so you have to be careful. He is a strong boy, so he needs to have an owner that can handle him on a leash. But he's a sweet boy. I mean, he has got a nice disposition. He would not be good with other dogs, probably. He has reactions when he sees other dogs. He'd be good with older kids. He is responsive to the dog walkers. He runs around like crazy in the park, so he has a lot of high energy. So he would be best probably with a male owner who could handle his size and would like to play with him in the yard. That would be a good environment for him to have. And we're hoping he gets a loving home because he is a really sweet boy. Well, this is Rocco. He's a love bug. He's a happy boy. His tail is constantly wagging. He's 6 years old. He's a boxer staffy mix who has lived with dogs and cats and older children. He's a very submissive dog, and he shows no aggression with any other dogs that he has seen. He is crate trained, so he would be okay to be in a crate. And he also has a very easy walk when you walk him. He's not hard to walk at all. He's very responsive to any new walkers that walk with him. He is afraid of thunder. He gets very frightened when he's alone of thunder. So maybe a thunder shirt would work for him. We have put a thunder shirt on him, and that seems to calm him down. But he's a very sweet boy and is just looking for a lovely forever home, hopefully with a nice family. Well, this is Willow. Willow is a 3.5-year-old Australian Shepherd mix. And we call her our chunky monkey because she's got quite a girth on her. She could lose a few pounds. She's a very sweet girl. She really loves people. She loves attention. She is great with a ball, playing with a ball. She'll run after it and bring it back to you, and you can throw it again, and then she'll go after it again. And she also loves our kiddie pool. She loves water. She'll jump in the pool and she'll roll around. She is a dog that would be good probably with a non-alpha male dog. She's actually kenneled right now with a 4-year-old Staffordshire Terrier that she gets along with really well. She probably would not be good with an alpha type dog or with a female. She's kind of jealous. She wants to be the only female. And she's okay to walk. She does pull a little bit, so she's very strong because her neck is so thick. But she could be trained to walk better. And she'd be great with a family. I don't think she'd be good with cats. The breed that she is probably has a little bit of a prey instinct, so cats probably would not be good. But she'd be great with children, and she'd be great with a family, and just running around and lying around and getting a lot of attention. So she's really one of our sweet girls here. This is our very beautiful girl, Bobo. She's a 2-year-old Labrador Retriever mix. She came to us on September 22nd with 2 other dogs. They were surrendered because the family was moving. One was a Jack Russell mix, and the other was a 7-month-old Akita mix. So she's lived with little dogs and big dogs, and she gets along with most dogs. She would not be good with cats. She's not a cat dog at all. But she has lived with children and would be very good with children. She would also be good with seniors. On her walk, she's a very easy walk. She's very sweet. She doesn't pull all that much. She knows basic command. She could have a little bit of training, perhaps, but she loves to ride in cars, so she'd be great traveling with anybody who wanted to take her places. And she just needs to go to a home where she could have some playtime, because she's young and she loves to play around. And I think she'd make someone just an excellent, beautiful pet.
This is Cinnabon. He's one of the Siamese twins. We have 2 of these in the shelter at the moment. They're 2 years old. They came from a really, really nice family. Unfortunately, they were unable to afford the kitties anymore. But they are so mellow. They've clearly been loved. They're very, very soft, and they really do like kids and people, and they love being held. They're just very, very, very mellow. They would make good pets for any household, any type of household. Preferably, we'd like them to go together if possible. This is Jasper. He is one of our 2 Siamese twins. He has blue eyes and he's 2 years old. He's a little paler than his brother, and he came from the same home, which was a very loving home with children, and he really has got the most mellow personality. He's a little bit smaller than his brother, and he is just really soft and sweet, and he would suit any sort of home.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Hello, everybody. I am Lou Ann Patterson. My family and I would like to welcome you to the Copper Star Indoor Shooting Range, Northern Arizona's premier shooting sports facility. We offer a 25-yard pistol range, a 50-yard archery range, and Arizona's only 100-yard indoor rifle range. In addition, we have a full-line gun shop as well as an archery pro shop. Come check us out. We're located at Highway 260 and Cherry Road, right next to Out of Africa. Looking forward to seeing you all.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624. The Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
This is Dreyfus. He's a 3-year-old orange tabby or gold tabby. He has the most extraordinary personality. He is so gentle, sweet, and adores being rubbed, and he wants to sit on your lap, but he's playful also. He's 3 years old, and because of his very, very mellow personality, I would think that he would suit any sort of home. He also gets along with other cats, so he's going to be a super addition to any household, to any family. This is Tiger. He's actually quite a shy cat. When he first came to us, he was extremely timid and would hide under his bed. But we've been socializing him, and he's gradually coming out of his shell. Part of the reason that he may have been as shy as he is, or was, is because he came from a home that got a new kitten and decided they didn't want him anymore. And he's 11 years old. So that must have been quite a shock for him, and he's been feeling a bit sorry for himself ever since. But I think he's coming out of his shell, and I think that he will be fine for a new home now. He just needs to be loved and to feel secure. But yeah, he's a tabby and white, and he's very, very handsome. A little bit on the thin side, but he's been eating well lately, so he's starting to gain a little bit of weight. This is Cadet. He's a 4-month-old kitten. He and his siblings came to us as strays, and they've been fostered by our foster mum, and he's really gained weight, and he's just such a sweet little guy, playful, friendly. He'll get along in any environment. He's doing really well. He's got some good weight on him there, and he'll continue to grow and put more weight on. He's got quite a dinky little tail, which is kind of cute. But yeah, he's just 4 months old, black short hair kitty. This is Fess. She's a 3-year-old, long-haired, golden tabby. She's a very, very pretty girl, and she hasn't been at the shelter very long. She's actually purring up a storm here, so she just loves affection, loves to be petted, loves to be cuddled. She's a little bit shy, but she will warm up once you work with her, and she would probably suit a quieter home, but she will very much come out of her shell, and she likes laps and she likes cuddles, and yeah, she's a very, very sweet girl. This is Lavender. She is a grey, medium hair kitty. She's 2 years old. She's been at the shelter only 3 weeks, so she's brand new to us, and she's just starting to settle in. She loves to be petted. She prefers to be only cat, and she probably suit pretty much any sort of home. She just needs kind of a little bit of love and stroking so that she relaxes. Having been a stray, she is now getting reused to being handled. So I would think she would suit pretty much any home, just not one with a lot of cats. This is Dora. She's 2.5 years old. She is a tabby with very sweet eyes. She is a real lap cat. She likes to sit on your lap. She likes to be rubbed. She is not really into other cats, so she'd do better on her own, just with her and somebody that's going to love on her. Maybe an elderly couple would be very suitable for her because she really likes peace and quiet. She's very, very sweet, and she's very loving, very undemanding sort of cat, gentle, and as you can see, just loves being held. And she's purring too. This is Scruffers. He's a 2-year-old, grey and white, very handsome boy. He was abandoned by his owner to the police, and he was brought by them to the shelter here. He's actually real sweet, very outgoing, and he would probably settle into pretty much any sort of home. He's quite a big boy, actually, considering he's only 2 years old. But he's very, very nice, very, very outgoing, playful sort of kitty. Handsome too.
After the break, we'll visit with the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Red Rock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Red Rock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
Hello, everybody. I am Lou Ann Patterson. My family and I would like to welcome you to the Copper Star Indoor Shooting Range, Northern Arizona's premier shooting sports facility. We offer a 25-yard pistol range, a 50-yard archery range, and Arizona's only 100-yard indoor rifle range. In addition, we have a full-line gun shop as well as an archery pro shop. Come check us out. We're located at Highway 260 and Cherry Road, right next to Out of Africa. Looking forward to seeing you all.
The Adopt for Life Center for Animals is located on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. They offer many adoptable dogs and cats. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Okay, this is Scarlett. She's a 2-year-old Greyhound mix. She came from the Sedona area. She is a very affectionate dog. She would do very well in a home, an indoor-outdoor home with someone or family who gets a lot of outdoor activities so that she can get a lot of exercise. She's young and full of energy. Judging by the way she reacts around cats, we're not sure how she would do in a home with a cat. If you have another dog, an introduction with her would be great. A good way to start, to bring her in with an introduction, and she's very affectionate. This is Sarah. She's a 2-year-old pit bull. She was found as a stray in Cottonwood. She's a very affectionate girl, as you can see. Sarah would benefit from a family with an active lifestyle so that she could get lots of exercise. She is actually already spayed and ready to go to her forever home. Good girl, Sarah. Okay, this is Sally. She's a 4 to 5-year-old Queensland Heeler mix. Sally was found running down the street by a Good Samaritan, and when he pulled over and opened up his door, she jumped right into his car. Sally knows how to sit, she knows how to shake, lay down, roll over. She might do well in a quieter environment. She does well on a leash, has obviously been loved by someone, and she's looking for her forever home as well.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
Okay, this is Ringo. Ringo is a approximately 3-year-old pit mix. Came to us as a stray from animal control from Cottonwood. Ringo is just a very loving, affectionate dog, a typical, really good pit bull mix. He is very intelligent. He can use a little bit more education, a little tweaking in his education, but he's a good boy, and he should have an appropriate introduction with other dogs, but he seems to get along with other dogs and loves children and adults alike. Ringo is just one sweetheart of a dog. Yes, thank you. This is Quinn. Quinn is a 2 to 3-year-old pit mix. Quinn came to us from the Yavapai Apache Nation as a stray. He's a wonderful dog. He's got a great personality. He loves people, loves to play. He is very strong, very powerful. We would recommend someone who has the energy and the time for a positive education. But he is just one of those great little pit mixes that wants to play and wants to have a good time. And we would recommend proper introductions with other dogs. And probably would be best if it was a home without a cat. He just has a high prey drive, as most pits do, and he's ready to rock and roll.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Red Rock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Red Rock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Red Rose Inspiration for Animals is focused on saving abused, neglected, homeless animals. Dedicated to healing and rehabilitating canines who have suffered from emotional abuse, helping them become adoptable. The Sedona Arts and Crafts shows help promote talented artists and benefit animals in need. Support the vision of building a rehab center and animal sanctuary. 928-282-5278.
This is Petunia. She's about 8 months old. She's a very loving kitty, a little bit squirmy, but she's currently staying in our multiple cat rooms, so she does get along with other cats. And she was found actually as a stray. She came in with 4 other sisters, and she's looking for a forever home. So if you want to come in and see her and maybe take her home, she would love to see you. This is Scott. She's a very sweet girl. She's about 1.5 to 2 years old. She's a Scottish Fold mix. And she would do probably very well in a family with children. I think she'd do well with kids. She's playful. But she would also do well if you were, having one single owner, she would also do well as that. She will love you and enjoy any attention and all the attention you want to give her. So she's a very sweet girl and she's looking for her home. Okay, this is Peanut. She's about 2 to 3 years old. She's a very sweet cat. She loves pets, and she can be a little bit independent, but she will also enjoy as much attention as you can give her. She would probably do well as a single pet household. And she's been here since December of 2011, so she's been here over a year now, so she really needs to find a good home. So if you want to come down and see her, she's a very sweet cat. Okay, this is Enya. She's about 3 or 4 years old. She's a domestic long-hair calico. She is a very sweet and loving girl, as you can see. She's very calm. She would probably do well in a single pet household, a quieter atmosphere. and she loves attention and pets, and she would love you to come down and say hi.
Okay, this is Petal. She was left here about a week ago. She's a 2-month-old light tortie minx kitty. I think she would definitely fit in any home. A home with other cats would be great. She loves to play. And she's also real calm, as you can see, for a baby. And yeah, she's a wonderful kitten. This is Baby Spice. She's a 1.5-year-old domestic short-haired tortie, which is her coloring. She's a very sweet girl looking for a home. She's been here for a couple of weeks now. You might be able to hear her purring into my microphone, but she's very sweet and mellow, as you can see, and she's just waiting for her forever home. This is Miss Abby. She is a 2-year-old domestic short-hair gray tiger. She was brought in with a litter of 5 kittens. Her kittens are weaned and she's separated from her kittens now, so she's a little bit lonely for companionship. She's a real sweet, mellow girl, as you can see, and she needs a forever home as well.
All animals leaving the Adopt for Life Center for Animals are given rabies vaccinations and are spayed or neutered. If the animal's not old enough, vouchers will be given to the adopted family. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood to visit with any of the animals seen on this program. More pets are waiting for new homes at the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.